And that's one of the things that we wanted to do with our platform is give you all the ability to just share whatever message that you all want to get out to community members, to families that have students who go to your all schools, to faculty members. What is that looking like right now? Do you all have a main message that you are really trying to get out to families outside of just staying positive, staying healthy, all the basic things that are being said from a lot of different areas?
Yeah, I think the first thing I would say is it's important for us to make sure that basic needs are being met for kids. Number one, can they get fed? And we are currently dropping off food in 12 different sites in the community. Those sites are available on our webpage. We're also starting up for those families that can't access those sites, that are either in their houses, can't get out, can't get available into the community. We're gonna start delivering to homes, and so they just need to check out our website for that as well. Secondly, I always want to make sure that people know we have established emergency childcare for the kids, the students in our school district that are children of emergency healthcare responders, folks that work in essential services and first responders, so that we don't disrupt the healthcare workforce during this time. And I think the last thing that is important for us to note is that we're moving from this kind of temporary at-home learning process that we were going to do for the 3 weeks that we thought we were going to have essentially an extended spring break to we're going to call it remote learning. You can't stand up an online school in a couple of weeks when you're talking about 11,000 students. Yeah, that's a completely different world, completely different platform. So we're going to do this remote learning kind of drive for at least until April 20th, which is when the state has declared that we are under soft closure until that point, and then further notice after that. And look for information to come on that. We'll be connecting with families here in the community to make sure they know what that looks like for every one of their kids, whether they're a kindergartner or they're a senior. And last but not least, I just want to give a special shout out to our seniors. Hang in there, guys. Don't give up. We may get back to this. We haven't canceled anything yet. We've had to postpone, I think, one prom because it was early and it's scheduled during the soft closure, but we haven't officially canceled that yet. Also, we're going to do everything we can. Hopefully we can have graduations. We haven't canceled those yet either. So hang in there, seniors. We haven't forgotten about you.
And those are six. We put out a post on our social media asking if parents had any questions, and even just like interacting with people via text, via FaceTime, different things. That's one of the big questions that people had. What does the end of the school year look like for like a elementary school kid going to middle school, or a middle school going to high school, and then even more so a high schooler looking to get into college next year? It seems like that process is kind of shaky right now. It sounds like y'all haven't made any like hard decisions on what that stuff looks like.
Yeah, we're trying to take this. This has been such a dynamic event. It changes daily for sure, and sometimes hourly. You know, we on Monday, earlier this week, the state board initiated a soft closure for all districts in the state of Idaho, and then the very next day, the governor puts us in a soft lockdown, which is like unprecedented, right? So we're trying to take this in small chunks because we don't know what the pathway looks like. You know, we're modeling off of what other countries who have gone through this before us, and we're trying to predict the path of this based upon that. But rather than jumping the gun, we were early when we closed. We were, I think, the second district in the entire state to close. And so we've been trying to be very patient and make very strong decisions based upon that, because everybody's got so much at stake here. We don't want to mess this up for any kid, let alone the kids that are getting ready to leave elementary school and move into middle school, or middle school into high school. Families are counting on this to make sure that their kids are getting what they need and we don't want to let them down. So we're not going to make any rash decisions. We're not going to make any in a hurry. But we are also very realistic, knowing that the possibility that things out of our control could dictate what has to happen for the rest of this school year. But in the meantime, right now our target date is April 20th. That's what the state is kind of governed by, at least as a collective, and then we'll go from there. We'll just have to see how this thing goes forward, and in the meantime, give kids productive learning experiences online or remotely, however we can.